Excitement level is off the charts as the balance of power in the West certainly feels like it's shifted towards the desert, where tonight two legit and retooled title contenders are ready to get it on. And the Stars are ready to rock. The NBA on TNT is presented by State Farm as the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers get ready to take the court on the final NBA game. City as DeAndre Ayton left it short. Here comes man, has some help in Subats. And Jimmy's scary to think how good this club can be and what their ceiling will be once he makes his debut after the All-Star break. That is
early, so you don't have a lot of time to make up for it. See Paul George with a beautiful step back. See,
our Jimmy for the last couple of years. He is finally now joining the Clippers. What a finish by Mann against Booker. Mann in the open floor. Hard right-handed flush.
That Monty Williams already had a relationship with him based on OKC, but also USA Basketball. So the mindset and understanding is there, kind of, I think, connection with KD from Monty, a comfort level. Extremely well. How long do you think it will take for him to kind of integrate himself and kind of be a part of the flow of this offense?
That's the team stand and watch him while he's working. That's the thing we keep an eye on, when they stay in flow in the offensive end.
Dennis just likes to get those DMV references as much as he can.
Of course, you know.
Who's in the league, unable to squeeze it for the Clippers. Okogie from deep, got it. Stay from Orlando. This is his Phoenix debut tonight. Gets it to Ayton. Dennis, what do you think?
A great opportunity. I had a chance to talk to him before the game. I know him very well, along with his agent. And I said, young fella, do you understand your opportunity?
Dale gets it to Ross. Well, he could be KD, and their big three is maybe the second unit a little bit thin. Who will provide some of that scoring burst, Jim, with that reserve unit here for Monty Williams? And Terrence Ross, a guy who has filled it up in his career. Gordon able to draw contact, puts it down. Paul George splits two with a bounce. This is Plumlee. Out to Highland. He can stroke it. Splash. 10-point lead.
And the pass, a little simple pass, but it wasn't made easy by a 7-footer off the dribble. Beautiful shot in the corner by Ross.
Field. He's leaving it with his left hand, and I love it.
It really is one of the craziest things in the league. So unorthodox as Terrence Ross misses a three. TJ Warren gets it back.
Come into the league or his whole life shoot one way. I think Tristan Thompson did it one time in Cleveland. But to see someone do it from an injury and not switch back lets you know it feels good to him.
It'll certainly be interesting to watch as Bones Highland trying to fend off defenders into the paint. And that's a turnover. So second turnover for Highland already. You mentioned Tristan Thompson. First guy that comes to mind. Jimmy, again, just so unorthodox, that kind of an approach. But whatever works.
But it shows you, too, and I always say this, the game is more mental than physical. A lot of great physical players, athletic players, but the mental part has to be stabilized and able for you to be a consistent player. And you got to find that, whether that's switching from right hand to left hand on the free throw situation.
Paul George in quarter. Just a half game separating these two teams in the West. That is good. That cost him 21 games. Okogie
came in shooting 9 for 15 from behind the three-point line.
This is Gordon left open, and Eric Gordon. This is Okogie, little Euro step. Beautiful finish right to the rack. 6-point game, then Lee takes it back. Got it to 4, and then Phoenix another steal. Unbelievable as the Clippers suddenly get awfully sloppy. Josh Okogie, cash money. Jimmy, what has happened to the Clippers?
Inexcusable, but this Clipper team throughout the course of the season has been very loose with the basketball, where they will turn it over in spurts.
Paul basically explains the season, all the craziness that they've had. What a pass! Surgical was Booker, getting it to Biyombo.
Well, what
this Phoenix offense has come alive.
And what it's done, Spiro, you've done this. It got the crowd back involved.
Well, this fan base, this city doesn't need much more to get energized after the last couple of days. What a shot.
They turn it over.
This is Lee. Got it! Second quarter, Booker into the corner for Okogie. Starting to play with some confidence. Left. Ahead of the field is man. Lines it up. Splash. And now Monty Williams just trying to temper expectations. Zubats. Buyout market maybe for a backup point guard. Look at that finish.
The injury is healed. You know, we're really superstitious as professional athletes.
He's been wearing that mask for more than a month. Ayton. Paul probing. Well, he's been.
Paul.
Chris Paul, an all-NBA player last year at the age of 37. Moment. Paul gets it to Ross, knifes in, and he is getting right to work by Paul, but Ayton just couldn't finish. Leonard with a tip-in by for the Suns.
He is playing extremely well, understanding his role as a player, which is the key to NBA. And let's see if the mindset changes.
Guarded by Craig. Here's Leonard. Can Kawhi Leonard get his offensive game going? 0 of 8 shooting if you've just joined us for Leonard in the first half. 14 for PG-13, and a quick answer from the
back to the double team to get out to Senior, back to George. And then Torrey Craig able to respond with his own 3.
Zubats. Over. Clippers a home winner Tuesday. This is man swooping in. Right-handed finish. And a strong start to the half for the Clippers.
It's almost like the first quarter. The Clippers came in and kind of established the tempo and the pace in which they wanted to play and really attack this Phoenix team off the dribble in their half-court offense.
Jimmy, we touched on at the top, you know, how this is a weird game. Last one before the All-Star break. You just never know what to expect. And what a crazy couple of days it makes for Leonard. Just couldn't miss the other night. Their Tuesday win over Golden State, and tonight, Kawhi Leonard still looking for his first points. A couple of minutes into the third quarter. Incredible.
Well, before that 33-point game, though, he had been struggling with his shots.
Right.
And only 42% from the field 6 games prior to that. So, but with a player that
fourth game of the season, 34 out of potential 61 games, as they try to maintain
dynamic score on the other side of him. And he's always been able to Durant. And actually, I think it may help Devin Booker be even more efficient as a making winning plays and putting yourself and your team in a situation to compete for a championship.
Ayton, wait, they hope will be a deep run through the postseason. Leonard, beautiful drop off to man, and rips it back from PG-13. They get it to Craig, corner 3, splash! Game, he's 0 of 9 from the field. Man, boy, he is like Governors, and just days after, Jimmy, he makes one of the splashiest moves in recent.
Durant brings offensively is powerful, but he doesn't do that as a leader. Chris Paul will remain the vocal leader of this team. And I think that
Phoenix, number 4 team in the West, just a half-game lead over the Clippers. Ayton.
The switch to happen, and then Ayton to get in proper position to receive, catch, and finish.
Kawhi Leonard. Things that Plumlee can give you. Such a versatile big. Terrence Mann. Here comes Leonard, turns the corner, going glass. Debut.
I tell you what, this is a move that quietly happened across the league that nobody really talked about. Right. He's like, no, I want to play. And speaking of Rich and Saban.
This is Gordon weaving through traffic. Gordon, beautiful wraparound feed. It's Plumlee.
I made the point when we were talking at a halftime about this, and Paul George with a nice shot.
Guns could prove dividends for both of these two teams, hoping to make making only his 4th start of the season. George, 3-pointer from Ross won't go, gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Paul has just tied Michael Jordan for 3rd place on the NBA's all-time steals list. 2,500.
All switchable assets, so to speak. Even Duke can guard in a little bit of space. Paul George.
George teeing off right
now, and now he's making plays just like we saw, either in transition or in the half court.
George gets to the elbow, that mid-range. Give me to figure it out, but what a bunch of additions that they've made. Look at Booker as we approach the final 2 minutes here in Phoenix. Leonard maintains his feet, puts it down. Booker's 3 won't go. Paul is there with 13 mix. And Kevin Durant, his presence